Good morning, everyone. So, thank you so much for joining me today. We're here today to do our usual morning live meditation. So yeah, hi, good morning, welcome. Thanks for showing up. You know, I feel a terrible cold today. It's just, I can't seem to shake it. So how do you feel today? Have you got a cold? Seems to be some colds going around and different things. Obviously, we've been in a pandemic, obviously. Yeah. So I wanted to take us through today a practice all around seeking out the pleasant. So in the mindfulness world, this is a really popular practice. We do called the treasure of pleasure meditation. And what it involves is taking our awareness to different areas in the body and just noticing what's there. Because for a lot of us, we we experience so much pain and we experience a lot of uncomfortable things, and because there's so much emphasis on that, we don't really notice the pleasant things. And we do this practice in our bodies because, I mean, personally speaking from my own experience with this practice of the treasure of pleasure meditation, it's enabled me to go out into my life once I've practiced this and I've started to notice wonderful things, in the world. So not just focusing on the bad, because a lot of us, we all have what we call our negativity bias. This is our inbuilt system, and what it does, it's a brilliant thing because it keeps us safe. It enables us to recognize if there's any danger, any threats. But for some of us, our negativity bias is turned way up high. The volume on that's turned really high. So it means that for a lot of us, we notice more of the bad things. And this isn't a really, it's not a nice way to live, really, is it? Noticing all of the bad. There's so much research around this. I think I was doing a piece of work the other day on the negativity bias, and I was making a video about it. In fact, I'm going to be sharing some videos soon that I've been making because I think they'll be really helpful for you all. But the negativity bias, it was saying that typically in a relationship, you can have all these brilliant, wonderful things happen in a relationship, but it takes one bad thing to happen, and that's the only thing that you think about. So think about that. Can you relate to that? If you've had you go through your day, you might have had 50 things happen which were really, really good, and then somebody cuts you up in traffic, and maybe somebody gives you abuse in traffic, and you come home and that's the only thing that you can think about. You might be telling your partner or your friends, despite all the other things that have happened. You might have somebody might have given you a free coffee. People might have let you go in traffic. People may have held doors open for you. You might have received a random little gift from somebody. All these different things, but actually the only thing that you're likely to focus on is this one bad thing that's happened. So the negativity bias can be extremely strong for some people. By doing practices such as this, where we choose to focus and we choose to develop our awareness and to strengthen that area in the brain that notices the good, it helps us to turn the volume down and let negativity. It helps us balance it all and to notice more of the good. And even I speak like this all the time, but in life there's good things, there's bad things. And by being aware, we can notice all of it, and we can choose to focus on what we want to focus on. There's a great story, and I'm not going to tell it you, but I will do when I write it down. You might be familiar with it, but every time I try and tell it, I always get it wrong. But it's about two wolves. That's what I'm going to say. It demonstrates this beautifully, but I'll share it with you another day when I'm a bit more clear on it, because you don't want that this morning. And I certainly can't engage my brain this morning, that's for sure. So finding somewhere comfortable then to relax, choosing to sit or to lie. If you are feeling really tired today, I wouldn't recommend that you do lie down, because sometimes meditation can make you fall asleep, which isn't a bad thing. Sometimes our bodies need rest. However, remember, we're actually trying to develop awareness here, so ideally, if you're awake, that's really helpful. So allowing your eyes to gently close if that feels comfortable, or maybe just lowering your gaze. So it might be helpful today to think about why you have chosen to show up today. What's the reason that you are here this morning? Why do you make this commitment? This commitment to me, this commitment to you. And then just checking in with your body and your mind. What's your internal weather like? So in some mindfulness practices, we ask people to explain the way that they are feeling by using the analogy of the weather. So if you could describe your mind or your body as a state of weather, what would it be? And then bringing your awareness to any sounds that you can hear in this very moment now. What can you hear? Sounds are a wonderful way into the present moment because they're happening right now, in this very moment. It can help to ground us, especially when our mind is busy with thoughts, worries, concerns. And then gathering your awareness around your breath. How does your body move as you breathe? What happens as you breathe? Where do you feel your breath today? Maybe there's sensations at the nose, the exchange of warm and cool air. Maybe movements in the shoulders, in the back, the chest, movements in the belly. Stay with your experience of breathing today, using the breath as an anchor, allowing you to be here and to be present, knowing that this is real. This is real, it's happening right now. You are here, you are breathing, the body's moving, the world is happening all around you. Notice the stillness. And know that it's normal for the mind to feel busy as well. Remember, we're not trying to clear our minds. We're not trying to switch off. I like to say meditation is about switching on. Switching on. Actually waking up to our life as it is. There are so many of us who are already switched off because we move through every day on autopilot. We just move through the motions, taking every moment for granted, assuming that there will be more days, better days. And so it's important to recognize that each day is a gift. So be present for it. Where's your mind now? Where is it? Is it focused on the breath, on the body? Just bring it back. If your mind has wandered around, bring it back to the breath. So I want to invite you now to go even deeper into your body. Then to take your awareness to any areas in the body now that feel pleasurable. So there may be areas in your body now that feel warm and comfy, soft, relaxed. Just scanning around your body, finding an area and then resting your awareness there. Noticing what's pleasant for you right now. It might not even be a felt experience. It might just be that you can hear some sounds that bring you joy. So I can hear the birds where I am. And just being curious about your experience, absorbing it. Moving towards this experience and embracing it fully. What's it like to notice the good? And there may be areas in your body that also feel uncomfortable. And you may find that your awareness wants to go there. So just accepting whatever your experience is. If you can move towards the more pleasant areas in your body, then do so. if your mind keeps directing you back to areas that are unpleasant, and that's just what's happening today. So just bring in kind acceptance into your awareness, into your experience. Knowing that each practice is different. Notice what's happening to the breath as you move towards this experience. Are you holding the breath in any way? Or has the breath relaxed a little bit? So we're just going to stay with this practice for a few moments now in silence. Being with your experience and being with the breath. And so bringing this practice now to a close. So in your own time, gently opening the eyes, taking a stretch if you need. Okay, so that practice then, as I said, is going to really be helpful for you in helping you to turn down that negativity bias and helping you to seek out the pleasurable and the wonderful things that life has to offer. A really great practice to do is to, if you enjoy this kind of thing, is to journal. So, especially at bedtime, writing down maybe just five good things that happened in the day, and just notice, just see. You'll start to see. In fact, sometimes you spoil for choice because there's so many things that happen. So, yeah, maybe give that a go. Let me know how you're finding the practice, and thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing, and thank you. Thank you for following, thank you for your commitment, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you later, everyone.